All right, Shalom. Kol Haloyim, Wahawad, La Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honor being to the head elders, who are the apostles and bishops, a great millstone. And Shalom to you, Akim, out there in like mind, who push and uplift the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, in sincerity and in truth. Welcome to another Proverbs of the day. All right, where we get wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and prophecy. All right, from the wisest king to ever live of his time, King Solomon, and we know who that is in the spirit. All right, in reincarnation, the Lord Yahweh Shai. So this is the phase of similitudes and instructions. All right, verse 1. It says, "These are also Proverbs of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah, copied out." So you go into the Chronicles, all right, I believe it's First and Second Chronicles. If it's not First Chronicles, it's Second Chronicles. All right, the men of Hezekiah, a righteous king of Judah, copied out. So these are words that were held in record of the kings of Israel. Verse 2, "It is the glory of the Most High to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter." Right? The heaven for height and the earth for depth. Right? And the heart of kings is unsearchable. Okay, take away the dross from the silver, and there shall come forth a vessel for the finer. NLT says, "Remove the impurities from silver, and the sterling will be ready for the silversmith. Take away the wicked from before the king, and his throne shall be established in righteousness." Right. Take away the wicked from before the king, and his throne shall be established in righteousness, man. All right. This is what Yahweh Shai is bringing back. He's bringing back a kingdom established in righteousness, man. Just like King Solomon in 40 years, well, Yahweh Shai is coming to do that forever. All right? "Put not forth thyself in the presence of the king, and stand not in the place of great men. For it is better, for better it is that it be said unto thee, Come up hither, than that thou shouldest be put lower in the presence of the prince whom thine eyes have seen." Right, and Apostle James spoke about that. Do you accept those with the gay clothing? They belong in king's houses. And because he has on this great apparel, you know, appealing to the eye, because you see that he's wearing something fly and nice, you have respect of persons to that man, and you tell him, "Come up hither." But the poor man who has vile raiment on, you look at him like, "Sit under my feet." All right? All right? "It is better that it be said unto thee, Come up hither," man. All right? In NLT, it says, "It is better to wait for an invitation to the head table than to be sent away in public disgrace just because you've seen something." That's not too accurate in the last part, but nonetheless, breaking it down. Apostle James spoke about this in verse 7. "Go not forth hastily to strive, lest thou know not what to do in the end thereof, when thy neighbor have put thee to shame." Yeah, debate thy cause with thy neighbor himself, and discover not a secret to another. Right. Have integrity amongst yourselves, like the scriptures say, and I think it's Micah. All right. "It is the Most High's pleasure that we deal with one another with mercy." All right. "In truth." Every man speak truth to his neighbor. "Lest he that heareth it put thee to shame, and thine infamy turn not away. A word fitly spoken and is like apples of gold in pitchers of silver. Timely advice is lovely, like golden apples in a silver basket. You know, it's very pleasing to the eye, pleasing thing. As an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold, so is a wise reprover upon an obedient heir. Right. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look very good. That's how this knowledge makes us look. It makes us look like an earring of gold and an ornament of gold, upon an obedient ear. It's like apples of gold and pitchers of silver, man. As the cold, of the snow in the time of harvest, so is a faithful messenger to them that send him, for he refresheth the soul of his masters. Whoso boasteth himself of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain. A person who promises a gift but doesn't give it is like clouds and wind that bring no rain. By long forbearing is a prince persuaded, and a soft tongue breaketh the bones. Hast thou found honey? Eat so much as is sufficient for thee, lest thou be filled therewith and vomit it. Right. This word is like what? It's like honey in our mouth. It's sweet, but it's bitter in the belly. Right? Because what is written therein is lamentations, mournings, and woe. All right? Upon the wicked kingdom in which we live. All right? And that's what a lot of guys fell victim to this, man. They ate the honey. It was so good that they kept eating it. They didn't eat what was sufficient for them. They got filled therewith and they vomited it all back up. This knowledge. You gotta pace yourself in this knowledge, man. Withdraw thy foot from thy neighbor's house, lest he be weary of thee and so hate thee. Right. Don't visit your neighbors too often or you will wear out your welcome. Right. Sound advice. A man that beareth false witness against his neighbor is as a maul. All right. And a sword and a sharp arrow. Okay. Says confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. Sheesh, man. But we have confidence in a faithful power, you see? We have confidence, which means with faith, all right, in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and we don't put our confidence in man. That's Jeremiah, the 17th chapter, where it says, cursed be he that putteth his trust in man. And this is why, because men can be unfaithful, man. Let the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, be true, every man a liar. All right? And putting confidence in a man that's unfaithful is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. It's painful. All right? And it's pointless. It's not gonna benefit you. As he that taketh away a garment in cold weather, and as vinegar upon nitre or niter, so is he that singeth songs to an heavy heart. Right. Singing cheerful songs to a person with a heavy heart is like taking someone's coat in cold weather or pouring vinegar in a wound. Shit. If thine enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat. And if he be thirsty, give him water to drink. The scriptures speak about that, thy enemy, hunger, give him food. If he thirsts, give him drink. Thereby you can heap coals of fire upon his head, man. Because you're doing him good while he intends to do you evil. That's what the Beatitudes that the scriptures speak about is all about. It was about other Israelites that made themselves enemies to the disciples, to the doctrine that was coming from the apostles. For thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head, see, and Yahweh B'Shem El Shai shall reward thee. Right, this is echoed, I believe, in the New Testament somewhere. I forget where exactly. You brothers could do your due diligence and you can look that up yourself. But this is the source. Proverbs 25, 21, and 22. The north wind, that's what Yahweh Shai said it himself, as a matter of fact, in the Gospels. Showing this is the same spirit, King Solomon and Yahweh Shai. The north wind driveth away rain, so doth an angry countenance a backbiting tongue. Wow. It says, as surely as north wind brings rain, so a gossiping tongue causes anger. Yeah, man. You don't want to be a goddamn gossiper, man. That's some female, black woman, Americanized madness, man. There's no integrity in being a gossiper, man. Always talking about somebody. All right. It is better to dwell in the corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. Again, this is echoing the same sentiment that King Solomon talked about in previous chapters. All right. It's better to live alone in the corner of an attic than with a quarrelsome wife in a lovely home. King Solomon went through these things. As cold waters to a thirsty soul, so is good news from a far country. Yep. A righteous man falling down before the wicked is as a troubled fountain in a corrupt spring. It is not good to eat much honey, so for men to search their own glory is not glory. Right. When Jeremiah 9 says, this is what the Lord delights in. That you know that if you're going to glory in this, that you know and understand me. All right? Not your muscles, your abilities to do this and that. No, glory in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, that you know if and understand Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because that's going to bring forth fruit. That's going to bring forth, righteousness. It's going to multiply itself when you glory in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and not yourself. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. So a person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls. We want to be a fortified city, all right? That comes with self-control, man. We on the Sabbath right now, and utilizing and, being in the Sabbath, you got to use self-control. Especially if you have a woman, right? Y'all brothers know what I'm talking about. So giving all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai B'Shem Rakakwadash. This has been Proverbs 25. Lord willing, you learn something. Till next time, Shalom.